Hey everybody, and welcome back to more Pokemon SoulSilver. Last time we faced off against Morty, the 4th gym leader. He's also the Ghost-type gym leader, and we won our 4th badge after a bit of a struggle, you could say, against his Gengar with our, it's falling behind us right now, our Eevee. In this episode, we're actually going to be heading towards the next city with the next gym in it, but we have a bit of a, we have a route we gotta run through. So there's quite a few random battles here I want to show off, because you can actually find some cool battles and some new interesting Pokemon here. Like, we've already seen this Pokemon before here, but I love Wooper, and I wanted to show off Eevee's battle against Wooper because it's the first time using Shadow Ball on Eevee. And yeah, like, look at that. Eevee isn't really, I guess it's not like a really effective move for Eevee to have, but it's a really good, I think, early on, because it lowers a lot of special defense, and it's an actual, like, attack that's not normal, like, type that can actually hurt. I try to rely on the Headbutt and the Shadow Ball when I have Eevee for a while, because it really does come in handy quite a lot. And we obviously saw there, Eevee is level 20. He's getting higher up. I will give Eevee that. I really do like Eevee. I brought this up before in an earlier part, and I know this Eevee is not going to be as, like, OP as the one in Let's Go Eevee, because the starters in that game, the Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu, your Pikachu and Eevee, are really, really good, and I know they do that on purpose because you can't evolve your Eevee and your Pikachu, which I know why they do that, but it's really lame. I'd rather be able to evolve my starters than just have them be OP, and it doesn't make sense. I know it's probably due to the whole, like, mechanic where you can dress your Pokemon up and do, like, the little, like, moves and stuff with them, but, like, even then, if I haven't, the whole point of having an Eevee, in my opinion, is to evolve that Eevee into one of its evolutions. And I know people who do play Pokemon, and they will use just Eevee. I've seen, like, YouTube videos of it, where they will just use Eevee and never evolve it. But, like, for me, I want to evolve Eevee, and I love Eevee. Eevee's one of my favorite Pokemon ever. If I could, honest to God, like, in terms of cuteness level, like, if I could have any Pokemon ever, it'd be tough. I really like Blastoise, but I really wouldn't mind to have a Dragonite or a Flygon, because it could fly, and that'd be awesome. But, like, if it's just, like, as a Pokemon to have as, like, a pet, I would, honest to God, have to really think about picking something besides Eevee. Because Eevee's so cute, and I love it. And I don't know, I just really like Eevee a lot. One thing I remember in the anime, Mei actually had an Eevee, and she taught her Eevee Shadow Ball. And growing up, I didn't know Eevee could learn Shadow Ball until I saw that in the anime, and I was like, huh, Eevee can learn Shadow Ball, that's kind of cool. I think, like, every single, like, arc of the anime has had one of, like, the female trainers get an Eevee. Like, I don't think Ash has never had an Eevee, but the female trainers always get one. Like, I know, Mei had one. I don't think Dawn did, but I could be wrong on that. I know, that Serena had one because it evolves into Sylveon, and Sylveon's amazing. And I think the girl in not Generations, that's the spin-off thing on YouTube. I was actually watching a few episodes of that the other day because I was really bored. The one in Journeys, she has an Eevee. Spoilers, obviously. But, yeah. And obviously, like, Eevee is the new, like, secondary mascot, pretty much, of the series now. I've talked about this before, but it is kind of crazy to me how, like, we went from having... I feel like we go through secondary mascots a lot. So, like, in Gen 4, I feel like Lucario was so popular that they used Lucario in everything. I mean, he got in Brawl for a reason. He's a really popular Pokemon. And then, like, in Gen 5, they kind of made it like Zora and Zoroark a little bit. And then Eevee just got really popular again later on out of nowhere. And now it's pretty much Eevee. It's really crazy. I'm happy. I like Eevee. I think Eevee's one of the cuter, better designs. And this, I know this part has been a little bit... excuse me. I'm coughing. Not the Pokemon, but in life, I guess. But, Eevee is one of my favorites. And I'm glad Eevee kind of got brought back. It's just a cool Pokemon. But I haven't talked about Eevee this entire part. I'm gonna talk about something else besides Eevee right now. Mr. Mime here. I really love Mr. Mime. It's one of my favorite psychic types, and just psychic, or Pokemon in general, really. And just some trivia, I guess, about Mr. Mime, because not a whole lot's really going on right now, besides we're getting double slapped here. It's kind of annoying. Despite its English name, however, Mr. Mime is not always going to be male. It can be female, because in the Japanese versions, well, in Japanese or Japan in general, it's called barriered, and obviously that has no reference to a specific gender. The thing is, in Gen 1, there was no, like, gender mechanic at all. I believe, yeah, it was Gen 2, I think, that came with the gender mechanic. And, obviously, Mr. Mime can be a girl. These, obviously, is fixed, the Japanese version, like I said. However, I just talking about this, I don't, off the top of my head, I don't think you can catch a Mr. Mime in Johto. I could be wrong on that, though. But, if you can find one, or if you're playing a game where you can catch Mr. Mime, I do recommend it. It's a really solid Psychic type. I've used one before in, a playthrough of Fire Red, Leaf Green, because you can trade it and get one. And I really dug it. It's a really good Psychic type. It would get a new form in the Galar form and an evolution, obviously, in Sword and Shield, which I do like. And, in the... Well, since this is finally Gen 4 that we're playing, and I know it's a remake of Gen 2, it actually got a pre-evolution in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum called Mime Jr. It's just a baby Pokemon. And obviously everybody knows Ash's mom has a Mr. Mime. Cool thing in the Journey show is Ash actually uses that Mr. Mime to battle, which is kind of cool. But this guy here is going to tell us about the Safari Zone in Cianwood City. We'll be checking that out later. It will definitely be a few parts from now, but we'll definitely show off the Safari Zone. If, it's admittedly, if my memory serves me correctly, I do know the Safari Zone in these games are much different than the original, so I have a lot to talk about when I get to that. I've never been a big Safari Zone guy. I definitely like it in Gen 1 more, because, and I'll get into it when I get to it, but like, I feel like the Pokemon you can get in the Gen 1 Safari Zone are really good. But I actually really like this guy. So this guy's Cameron the Photographer, and what he does is he'll take a picture of you and your team, like there, and I really like that a lot. I don't know why. I used to really like taking pictures of, like, my team. I had a lot on my DS copy of SoulSilver, because I'll have, like, pictures of, like, my original team I used my first playthrough of SoulSilver, and then I'll have, like, my actual, like, what I consider my main team in Pokemon, and then I have, like, other playthroughs of, you know, I've used and stuff. I've really played a lot of SoulSilver, and I talk about it quite a bit, but I've played SoulSilver probably the most of any other Pokemon game, really. And I've tried to usually, when I play through Pokemon games, I like to, I guess, have a sense of familiarity. I probably said that wrong. Where I will try to use some Pokemon that I do use before. Like, if I use my starters, I usually pick Cyndaquil, but I've definitely had times where I pick Totodile. I try to use, like, one or two new Pokemon each playthrough I do, because I think it freshens it up, and it gives you something new. And that's one of the things, like, I like doing with this, like, doing the LPs, is, admittedly, in this LP, I am using a lot of Pokemon that I've used before, but I'm doing that because it's familiar to me, and it's my way, I guess, to show, why I like this game, and I don't know, it's to represent all of my memories I've made playing SoulSilver, is what I'm trying to say. I definitely try to do with other games, too. I really considered doing, using other Pokemon I've never used before in this, but I want to save, admittedly, that for the next Pokemon LP I do, because that's going to be an interesting one. That won't be for a while, because SoulSilver has a lot to go. I mean, we just got our 4th badge, we still got another 4 to go, and then the Pokemon League and stuff like that, but, you know, I'm rambling now, I know, but still. I love Poliwhirl. This is off topic, but Poliwhirl is one of my favorite Pokemon designs, because I like how simplistic it is. I don't know why, I've always really been a huge fan of Poliwhirl. I do know that in the Pokemon Adventures manga, I want to say that's, like, Red's first Pokemon is Poliwhirl. I know it may not be his first. It's one of his, like, first he gets, though. And, like, he uses a Poliwhirl, and I really like that. I don't know why, but because I feel like Poliwhirl doesn't get enough representation in the series. I really love Poliwhirl a lot. It's a very underrated water type. and Raticate's Raticate. I've never really been big on Raticate. I think it is one of those things where I've just seen it so many times that I don't really dig it that much. I don't know. I've just never been a big Raticate fan, I guess I'm trying to say. However, a gym one design I do like a lot is Krabby. I really like Krabby a lot. And it's purely because in the anime, when Krabby evolves into Kingler, how he just goes like, cookie, cookie, like that. And it used to really make me laugh a lot growing up, because I just thought Kingler was really hungry for cookies for some reason. I don't know why, but it really used to tickle me a lot. I love the Krabby Kingler line. They're, like, main game-wise, like, I'm of the belief you can use any Pokemon in the main game and still win the game. I believe that. I've seen people literally do Bidoof-only runs in these games, and it's incredible. But, like, Krabby isn't something you're gonna use, like, competitively, but, like, I still like the line a lot, even though I do have a fear of crabs. But we got a little bit of a mascot battle here. We got Eevee fighting Pikachu. I'm gonna say it here. I actually prefer Eevee over Pikachu, but I do like Pikachu. And the cool thing, this is random, I wanted to bring up, the way you can tell that this Pikachu is female is if you look at the tail, normally his tail does like a little zigzag thing, instead there it has a heart shape, and I always like that. I'm admittedly really bad about being able to tell the differences between the male and female Pokemon, just because I just don't know them, being honest. But that is the easiest one I think to figure out, is the Pikachu one. I do recommend Pikachu in this game, I will say. You can catch one, I believe, I don't know when I know you can catch Pikachu in this game, but I don't remember when, if I'm being honest with you. But I do recommend Pikachu. It's quite good. The thing with Pikachu, I think, is Pikachu is really bad taking hits is the issue, because it's so fast, it's a good special attack, but its defense isn't the best. But I do like Pikachu a lot. Pikachu is really good, and especially because of that double team right there. If you have a Pikachu or Raichu and just rely on double team, because that used to be a constant in competitive online matches, it would just, double team would just get spammed constantly, and oh, it's so annoying. But I do like the Pikachu line a lot. I will use Pikachu, but, like, it's one of those things for me, I look at Pikachu in the sense of, like, how do I put this? I don't want to say, like, how I do legendaries, because, like, I will use Pikachu. I've used it in the Alola games, because you have Alola and Raichu, but it's not a Pokemon, like, I really like to go out and use a lot, and I don't really know the reason for that, like, why? I don't know if it's just because, like, there are other Pokemon I like more than Pikachu, but I don't use it that often. Like, being honest here, the first time I ever used a Pikachu on my team, well, besides Pokemon Yellow, that counts, I know, but I'm not going to count it, is, I think, SoulSilver, when I used a Pikachu on my team. Man, yeah, Silver is a jerk. And apparently the gym leader's taking care of a sick Pokemon. I like how he's like, boo-hoo! Screw the sick Pokemon. But yeah, apparently the gym leader is in a lighthouse with a sick Pokemon. And, we're not at the end of the video yet, but the next time Pokemon SoulSilver, we'll be heading to that lighthouse to see what's up. And if you come here and visit this guy here, he will actually give you a good rod. And the thing with the good rod is, we have the old rod where you can go catch, like, Magikarp easily, but with the good rod, you can catch better water types, so you can catch, some decent stuff. We'll definitely be showing it later on, because to get to, the next, island, no spoiler here, we're gonna have to surf, and we need water Pokemon for that. But you also really want to come here and talk to this guy, because if you do, he will tell you about Mount Mortar, and we'll eventually go probably to Mount Mortar, but you can get some decent stuff here, but we'll come back to this place later on. I do love Olivine City a lot. It's got a really good song. We'll obviously be listening later. I know it is just the Violet City song used on this, but I love that song a lot. It's really good. However, though, next time on Pokemon SoulSilver, we're going to be heading to this lighthouse here and seeing what's up with the gym leader. See you guys next time.